Hello, my name is Alan Armstrong, and I'm the co-author, along with my mother, Margot Armstrong, of Bethlehem the Beginning, a funny musical story about the birth of Jesus, told by the animals. Now, the story begins about 20 years ago, when a good friend of mine asked me to write a Christmas song for him. Well, in the process of writing the song, I had this vision of Bethlehem and this cold night and the shepherd boy and what he was thinking and feeling on that particular evening. And I saw the stars and I heard the music, and it was just a real wonderful little experience. Fast forward 10 years, and I'm sitting in my mother's breakfast room, and we're having a chat about her latest and greatest Christmas song. You see, every year she would write a Christmas song, and she and I would then perform it on Christmas Eve for our family, and that was pretty much our Christmas tradition for, almost 15 years. So we were discussing her latest Christmas song called He Is Just a Baby, when this idea about Bethlehem and the story of the shepherd boy came back to me, and I thought, this might make a really fun project for she and I to work on. So we started looking at all of her songs that she had written over the years, and we started picking the ones that kind of fit this old world nativity scene concept. And that's how the story just sort of started to materialize. We then went and looked at Christmas carols that we know and love, that actually the lyrics fit the storyline. And before you know it, a year later, we've got this wonderful little musical story going on, and we're writing songs to embellish the whole thing. And it turned out to be just a wonderful project. Now, Mom and I worked on this for about a year. And by the end of 2002, the story had really taken shape, and I was convinced that this was something that we could do as a storybook with a CD attached to it. And so I decided to hire some actors and some singers and take them over to a studio in Orlando, record all the music and the dialogue, and see if we could put this together as a storybook with a CD. Well, unfortunately, my mother passed in 2007, but the dream that we held about making this into an animated film never diminished. And in April of 2010, I was in a meeting with some friends of mine about the possibility of creating a movie trailer so that we could go out and promote this and hopefully raise the capital and the funds to make it into a film. When one of the gentlemen there asked me if I'd seen this new Apple iPad, I said no, I had not. And he said, this is such an incredible device. He said, look at this. And we looked at how unique this was. And all of a sudden we realized that this was a vehicle that we could use to actually really tell the story, because we could add the music to the ebook presentation. So now in October of 2010, Bethlehem the Beginning is going through its final production phase as an iPad app. It's a funny, well-illustrated, musical story about the birth of Jesus told by the animals. And as my mother and I often wished, we hope that this may help put Christ back into Christmas. So follow us on Twitter, friend us on Facebook, keep up to date with what we're doing on BethlehemTheBeginning.com. And who knows, in 2012, there might be an animated film. Have a Merry Christmas.